What's going on, guys? It's Alex or Rapid Madness, and I'm back with another part of my MGS walkthrough with Justin Stillman and shot. We've got a shot, so it should be fine. Just with Stillman. Oh, why can't I play that? We've got to go and get all the bombs. First bomb that I'm going to get is here. So we're in strike D at the moment. Coolant. Spray.
This is Ryden. Disposal of the C4 in strut D is complete. Explosives were planted on the maintenance hatch.
That's not like him.
Anything wrong?
Maybe. Pliskin's reported other locations too, and none of them are effective demolition points.
What do you mean?
It means that they wouldn't be the best places to choose if you wanted to destroy this place.
Are you saying they don't plan on blowing the shell up?
It certainly seems that way. So far we haven't seen anything but a waste of good explosives. Unless, of course, we're missing something.
A trap?
He couldn't have overlooked the fact that I would be called into this. There's something going on.
Right, now you want to get out of here as quick as possible. Because if you're on normal or high difficulty, they will guards call in saying that there's nothing there or anything like that. And if they don't do it in a certain time, the controller, whatever you want to call it, someone on the radio wonders where they've got to. Let's skip this quickly. Stuff that's I didn't get the node in strike D. Okay, I'll take these two guys out and run back in. Made it. Great. Luckily there's a door at the bottom. So I can just run out straight away. Don't have to worry about going back upstairs. So, if you're playing on European Extreme, there's also a bomb up there. Carrying on though. There's no one down here. That guy's still there. Once you've got them three, you just need to quickly run over. And now you're in strut E, which is the parcel room.
Nothing here.
Who's there?
Oh dear!
Who's that?
Didn't expect you to be there. Oh great!
Communications with Strut E have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
Just gonna run here and grab the box.
This situation is...
Nothing was wrong.
Sorry about that. So So because them guys came in, they woke the 2 guards that I took out. Doesn't matter though, because once you've got the box, you can sneak past them fairly easily. Anyway, so up to the heliport.
I've taken care of that annoying fly. What's the situation over there?
Puzzling. I saw a man dressed like a ninja just now.
Ninja?
It's the only way to describe it. A kind of cyborg ninja, complete with a sword.
What?
Are you hiding something from me?
Olga, are you sure it wasn't an Arsenal Tengu?
Don't be a fool. Think I wouldn't know the difference? I've never seen field gear like that ever.
All right, we'll intensify patrols. Anything else?
Actually, one more thing. You'll find it hard to believe, though. I saw a man hiding under a cardboard box.
Where?
On the connecting bridge to Shell 2. So you believe me this time?
I've seen someone use that box trick before. We'll lay a trap on the Shell 2 connecting bridge.
Over and out, then.
Freeze! You must be one of Dead Cell.
Of course not. What a thing to say.
Drop your gun!
Not a chance.
I saw a female soldier. Russian.
Must be Olga Gerlukovich.
How do you know?
Unlike you, I've been briefed.
She's not a Dead Cell?
No, she commands a Russian private army.
They must be the ones patrolling the big shell.
That's right. She's led the group ever since her old man, Colonel Gerlukovich, died. Watch yourself with her. She's a tough one.
Anyway, carrying on. There are a few guards up here. One's there. Yeah. Right.
Freeze! More! Freeze!
I take all these guys out just because it makes it a little bit easier. I prefer to take as many people as I need out in an MGS game or in any stealth game. Just because it's a bit more relaxing knowing that you're not gonna be caught. Because being caught is probably one of the worst things that can happen, just because yeah, that makes it a lot harder for you to do what you need to do. So check your box back on. And we're back in the parcel room. So just flip. Back, and then once you pass the guards, you can just take it off and run out. EF, F, yeah, okay. Just working out in my head where I need to. Oh god damn it! Right, this part.
Be careful, there are claymore mines around there.
Who is this?
Stealth-equipped claymore mines, invisible to the naked eye. Use the mine detector.
Identify yourself.
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? You mean from Shadow Moses?
Mr. X, then.
Mr. X now, is it? Why would it matter if I called you Deep Throat?
Never mind about that.
Why did you contact me?
Let's just say I'm one of your fans.
Colonel, someone calling himself Mr. X just contacted me. Do you know anything about it?
No, and whoever it wasn't a burst transmission. The transmission was sent from within the big shell.
He called himself Deep Throat at first. Do you think...
I caught that part too, but the possibility of it being true is none. Gray Fox was the one who used that alias in Shadow Moses, and he's dead.
Is it an enemy trap?
Could be. Exercise extreme caution.
Anyway, once you hear as Deep Throat or Mr. X, whatever you want to call him, said, there are claymore mines here. Because you haven't been to Strut F yet, we don't have the mine detector. It doesn't matter, all we will do is crawl over claymores and you will pick them up. Make sure you take that guard out though first. If you stand in the shadow, that's all that you need to get. If you stand in the shadows that are over there, he won't see you when he's looking through his binoculars. So to make sure you're not, standing out in the light basically, and you'll be fine. Two guys at the top here, and that's this one to his radio call. Give me a bit more time.
Nothing here.
And there's one more down here. Bomb is right here.
This is Raiden. I just finished disposing of the C4 in Strut F. Found explosives on B1.
This is all wrong. This is something only an amateur would do.
What do you mean?
All the bombs that have been found so far don't appear to be in the right kind of locations. And the quantity of explosives isn't sufficient either.
Even Fat Man can make mistakes, right?
No, there's something else going on here. Get a move on with the disposal, right? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do you think it's a trap?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell Pliskin to watch his back too. Just hurry.
Right then. So now we've just, if you go into this room here, you can't go in here before you see Stillman, because you don't have the level 1 card. This is where the node is for Strut F. Also get box 2 in this room, and if you go under here, through the little, I assume you'd call it a ventilation duct, whatever you want to call it. Whatever it's called. Little. Yeah. You get the circum suppressor, which is very, very useful. Yeah. So what you gotta do is you gotta have that one, the gun and the suppressor out, basically.
The situation is normal. All clear.
Okay, so while that guy's a bit like, oh, what went on? Take him out again. Which will give me time to get back upstairs and around. Anyway, carrying on. Oh, is there any ammo in here? Okay. Ammo's not a big problem at the moment, just because we've got 24 bullets, so that's fine. This guard out first, and then it's always good to have the suppressor for the, or silencer for the These so common in this game, or any gun. Just because it means you can take out cameras and such silently.
Freeze!
One that's over there, example. Oh, come on. Bullshit. Carrying on. I'll leave it. Don't need to go over there anyway. But there are. Yeah, when there are ciphers and stuff, you can take them out. If there's a guard there as well, if you shoot without a silenced weapon, they will go straight onto alert. They won't go to a caution or anything. It'll be a straight alert, and then you get a swarm of guards obviously coming, which no one wants in this game. So pick up a suppressor, and you won't have any problem at all. I want to get to strut B. It's a shame though that there are some rooms in this game that you go to now, but you don't have to later on.
Jack, do you remember the day we met?
I'm kind of busy right now, Rose.
You're right, sorry.
I do remember. It was right after I transferred to New York. There were all these tourists around you in front of the Federal Hall.
A group of middle-aged Japanese ladies came up and asked me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in the movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler Building, and then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler Building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists. I was insisting that I was right, and you were doing the same. The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way to Battery Park.
And for nothing.
Since the museum was closed, we went our separate ways from the museum. And then I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence that we were actually working at the same place.
That night we went up to the top of the Empire State.
It was so beautiful. I could look down on the Chrysler Building from 120 stories above ground.
I felt overwhelmed. I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night. Didn't sleep till morning. If it weren't for that coincidence, we wouldn't be together.
I know. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm taking up your time again.
What?
Take care.
Raiden reporting. The C4 in Strut B has been disposed of. The wall containing the transformer panel was set to blow.
Good work. Only one more left to go.
This is Pliskin. Do you read me, Pete?
I'm here. What's up?
Raiden, you need to hear this too.
I'm listening.
I checked out the bottom of Strut H for you, Pete.
Wait, what's this about?
I asked Pliskin to look around. Knowing Fat Man, I can't shake the feeling that all the bombs so far were just wrong.
So did you find anything?
Yeah, a hell of a lot of C4s packed into the bottom of the strut. Pete called it right.
I knew he had the real thing up his sleeve.
So all the other ones were dummies?
No, they're a threat, all right. But the detonation wouldn't be enough to destroy the entire shell. But the C4s Pliskin found would inflict serious structural damage.
That's not the bad news either. These are sensor-proof.
What?
New model, I guess. The ionization sensor can't detect them. The whole thing is sealed tight to prevent vapor leak, and there's no trace of that cologne signature. Pete, looks like he fooled you.
Yes.
But you managed to find the thing anyway.
It was sheer luck.
Bombs that are invisible to the sensor?
Any ideas, Pete?
Are there more out there?
I'll go see for myself.
You can't move fast enough.
He's right. I can try the spray from a distance.
Hold on. There's something not right about this one. I can feel it.
Well, Pete, should I come back and get you?
No, there's no need. Raiden, you have one left to go, correct?
Right, except for those scentless ones.
How about you, Pliskin?
I have 2 left, not counting this one.
Okay. It'll have to be me. I have the level 4 card that'll get me into Shell 2 in any case.
You'll never make it. With that bad leg of yours, they'll spot you for sure.
That won't happen. I can walk just fine. I can even run.
What do you mean?
That bomb 5 years ago, I messed up. Even with all my experience, I lost it. And the church was lost in the explosion. All those kids playing nearby, too. These past 5 years, I've lived a lie.
Lied?
Yes, lied. I didn't lose my leg in the explosion. So many dead. All because of my mistake. All I could think about was hiding from the crime, shielding myself from the public outcry. I wanted people to be sorry for me, for my weakness. I faked being a victim myself because I couldn't bear to face the families of the real victims. This is no prosthetic. I can keep my footing on catwalks and hike over deserts. I lived my life so well I haven't even answered to myself for my sins. It was supposed to be a shield, and it's become a shroud instead. I've killed my soul by playing the victim. Instead of protecting me, it's made my life even more hellish.
What good can that do the victims?
I know. I'm a coward.
Hey, Pete.
God forgive me. I can walk with my own 2 feet, and I need them to stop Fat Man. His crimes are also mine. One of omission and arrogance. No one should teach the skills I taught him without a clear conscience. This is the only way I can defuse my own sins.
I get you, Pete. That one's all yours. You got it, Raiden?
I understand.
Pete, I've taken care of guards in struts G and H of Shell 2. I wouldn't recommend you go into any of the other struts.
I owe you one.
I'll get back to freezing the baby bombs then.
You do that too, Raiden.
I'm on it.
I'll have the radio with me if you need to get in touch. Just don't ask for Peg Leg Peter. He's gone for good.
So after that conversation, I'm just gonna gotta tread carefully here. So we've got to get to strut C. Quickly. Shouldn't be yeah, there's no one else here. Once you get across, there won't be any guard here because I didn't take out the bomb. In strut C. Make sure quickly. Yep, strut C's the only one left. Make sure. Yeah. Any guards here. I think it's a shame that after the bombs, as I said before, after the bombs there are rooms and struts and stuff that you don't really have to go into. Like in here, for example, there's no reason you'd come in here after you've done the bomb runs. You might go down the corridor this bit just to get to strut B. Strut B or strut D even. But other than that, there's really nothing else. Anyway.
I have the last C4 frozen. There's nothing showing up on the sensor now.
Good work, Raiden.
You're way ahead of me, kid. I still have one to go.
How's your bomb, Peter?
It's a bomb, all right. Sealed C4, and in huge quantities.
You think there's another one in Shell 1?
For sure. Somewhere at the bottom of Strut A.
Why are you so certain?
If this bottom section of the strut is demolished, Shell 2 will be well on its way to destruction.
You mean that Shell 2 will actually sink?
Not immediately. There'll still be 5 struts left. But if Shell 1 loses a strut at the same time, it'll be a very different story. The big shell's structural integrity depends on a very exact balance. If both shells lose a strut each, the whole structure will tear itself apart under its own weight.
What do we do?
I have a sensor that can locate even those scentless C4s. It makes combined use of a neutron scintillator and a hydrogen bomb detector. It's the thing you acquired from the safe in Strut C a little while back.
Does it work?
I just tested it, and it definitely responds. But the best I can do is a sound beacon, not the radar.
Sound?
The shorter the interval between beacons, the closer the target.
I get you.
It's all yours, Raiden.
I'm going to study it some more and see if the freezing process will work. Don't touch the other one until I say so.
Okay. I'll stand by until you radio in.
Anyway guys, I'm gonna leave it here. The next part is quite long, so I will see you next.